at the end of the day, and this all week I've struggled with this, but at the end of the day, the only thing I can do is focus on what I have in my control. Now, you can always go back in time and do things a million different ways. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that left when I should have gone right, but that's in the past and it doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that matters now is how we continue forward. So every move we make has to be calculated, has to be strategic, and so therefore I'm deciding that I'm not going to be competing this year, okay? So as disappointing as that is, I'm not willing to risk pushing through a prep knowing that I can't push myself 100% in the gym, and if I did, I would potentially make the injury worse. So what I am gonna do, like I said, keep moving forward, keep working towards my goals. I'm gonna go to the gym now and I'm gonna do what I can and I'm gonna train, but I'm gonna have to just do everything I can do basically without having to use my arm. So that's okay, because I've been through this before and I'm here to show you guys that if you're dealing with an injury, that you can get through it. So I'm dealing with a bicep tear at the moment, left bicep tear.
All right, hold there. All right, so you feel a little gapping there, right?
Yep.
So brachialis is fine.
Yep.
We're gonna see.
You're just not catching. It should.
Yeah, it should feel.
Yeah.
Cinch right up there. Now, mostly it feels just like you use your forearm.
Yep.
I don't know why you have so much forearm.
Getting a lot of comments on that. Ready to go. I'll prep for surgery. Hey guys, a little update here. Just went for a little walk, which is nice. You know, it's nice to get outside. Just keeping myself moving as much as I possibly can. And I mean, this is the situation where we are at, guys. So just working through it day by day. A lot of things to be grateful for though. First of all, so grateful that I have so many amazing online clients that I can work from home. I'm grateful for this new phone that I'm using, and it has really great talk to type, and you know, I can get my work done without my other hand, so that's awesome. And still got my legs and I can walk. And it's dinner time, so we're gonna make some good food and enjoy that and watch some TV. Actually, I got a new video game today as well, Final Fantasy X Remastered for the Switch. So I'll play some of that. And yeah, guys, staying positive. We gotta be aggressively positive in this life because it is so easy to get down on yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, even walking around outside, I feel a little bit self-conscious and embarrassed about my situation, but at the same time, I'm either thinking about that or I'm thinking about what I'm grateful for. So let's keep staying grateful. Let's stay positive. Let's keep each other motivated, and let's get stronger, guys. Day 3, and what I'm doing is just building up a little bit of a morning routine. 30 minutes when I wake up. Right now, I'm doing a circuit. So day 1, totally rest. Day 2, just did a little bit of stepping up and down, a little bit of calves. Day 3, calves, stepping up and down, and a 25-pound dumbbell. So what I'm doing with this, first, bent over rows, of course. So 20 reps. And the whole idea here is I'm not trying to break down or stress my body out here. This is just for blood flow. And this is, again, it's only 25 pounds, so it's super light. That's why I'm doing 20 reps. And of course, I'm only training the right side of my body, which there is some good science that shows that training the non-injured side can help preserve size and strength on the injured side. Plus, like I said, this is for blood flow. This is just to get my body moving, and like I said, for mental health, just to keep my brain focused on something positive here. This is better than nothing. And then I'm actually doing standing and seated calf raises today. Boom. Day 3 going smooth, and I'll show you guys a little bit later how my protocol is coming along. All right, hey guys, we are now 10 days post-surgery, back in the hospital, and as you guys saw, we got the stitches removed. Plus, we are cleared to be able to actually take off the sling and use my arm for a maximum of like coffee cup lifting type of weight, but just generally getting the arm moving a little bit more now. And so we're on stage 2 and things are looking good. Let's go home and eat and keep on recovering. Okay, so we are going to be doing the protocol. Right now we're 3 weeks post-surgery. I'm going to show you guys the full protocol and how to use the protocol. So first thing we take in the morning is this one right here, which is TB500 and BPC-157, also known as the Wolverine stack. So this is a peptide blend, 2 peptides in one, and they work synergistically together to help with tendon repair, wound repair, muscle repair, collagen synthesis, and also to improve blood flow into areas like tendons, ligaments that don't have as much blood flow as muscles do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, I've already made my syringes here. So I've got on the TB and the BPC, 1 milligram of each. And what I'm gonna do with that is, this is where the surgery was, and this is the area that's damaged and healing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get as close as possible to where the injury is. You wanna look for a place where you can find some skin. So there's a little bit of a skin fold here that I'm gonna use. So clean the area, and actually you don't need help. This is how I do it on my own to show you guys. It is nice if you have help, but if you don't, like I said, I'm gonna use this skin fold right here, and then I'm just gonna inject it right there. Now when I inject it into the skin fold, there's gonna be no issues with damaging the muscle. Like I said, just make sure you're actually getting it into the skin and not directly pushing it into the muscle. If you did have someone to help you, usually Natasha will help me, and if she does, then I can pinch the area and then she can inject it. So just another way of doing it. But that's how you're gonna do your injection for injuries. And then I'm also doing the HGH. So HGH also helps with recovery of all the cells in your body. So it's gonna enhance also my recovery with this injury. With the GH, you don't have to inject it into the area of injury. You can inject it anywhere subcutaneously. So I'll show you guys what it looks like in the stomach. So we're just gonna find a spot on the belly. Same idea. Pinch, sub-Q, whoop, and that's it. Pretty easy. By the way, GH also helps with retaining muscle mass, helps keep you lean. I feel like I actually look pretty lean today. So that's great. And then the other thing that I'm stacking is this combination right here. This is the BPC-157 in an oral form. So the way that I usually teach people what the difference is between oral BPC and the injectable BPC is this. The oral BPC-157 works from the inside out, so from your gut to the outside. Whereas when you take an injection, it works from the outside in, so from the site that you injected it into the body. So good to stack them together, especially because I've had a history of gut health issues. The whole idea with this is that I'm lowering inflammation throughout the entire body. And then this one, shout out to my boy Nick Walker, who put me onto this peptide, KPV, which is very, very effective as well as an antioxidant for reducing inflammation. So it's perfect to take year round, and especially when you're really trying to recover from something like an injury. So that's what I take every single morning, guys. Now we're gonna go take our 10K step walk. And like I said, 3 weeks post-surgery, it's not great all the time because most days I wanna go and train, but I still, like I said, get to train legs 2 to 3 times a week. And the rest of the days, we're just getting in lots of steps. Staying on the diet 80 to 90%. And we just gotta stay patient, guys. Let's go. So, after we go for a walk, we're gonna do our celery juice. And if you guys didn't know, I was struggling with having ulcerative colitis in 2023. And this is the one thing that I found that actually stopped the inflammation in my stomach and really help me to heal my gut. So celery juice is just pure celery juice. You don't add anything to it. So we aim for 16 ounces of celery juice on an empty stomach, about 30 minutes before you eat breakfast. Absolutely delicious. And then some of the other supplements I take in the morning that I'm really huge for gut health, BPC-157 and KPV. So this combo has been also really amazing for my gut health. So that is 3 days now after getting the stitches removed. So for 3 days, we had to keep it stitched up, or not stitched up, but just keep the wound covered and not get it wet, so no showers. That was on Friday, so it's Monday today, and we just finished our first workout back since the surgery alone. I did do some physio and a little bit of very light work with Eric on Friday after we got those stitches out. But for right now, it's leg day after leg day for another couple of weeks. But we do have this thing on now, so this is just allowing me to set my range of motion. So if I need to, I can change the range of motion slightly, but this is preventing any like risk of using my bicep while I'm working out. So stage 2, and we're getting through it, guys. So just want to keep you guys updated as to what I'm doing in terms of the recovery process. Of course, I'm blasting BPC-157 HGH. We got a leg workout in today, so that feels good. And we'll probably get another leg workout later in this week. Resting for the rest of the week. Again, getting in steps, doing everything we can, guys. But so far, we're recovering well, and stay tuned for more on the road to recovery. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys, so now we are coming up on 4 weeks post-surgery. So I'm just gonna run you guys through the physiotherapy exercises that Eric showed me. So for 2 weeks post-surgery, the only thing that we could really do was just movement of the wrist. So the first exercise we had was wrist extension and flexion. So we're just doing 25 reps like this. Really just trying to flex and extend the wrist, 25 reps. Very, very easy, very light, but it's just getting blood flowing into the forearm. And then the other thing we want to do is then 25 reps of supination and pronation. And then the last thing we do is just lightly trying to extend the tricep behind us and then flexing the bicep up. And when we flex that bicep up, we want to come out wide. So it's going to look like a big W. See how my hands are out like a W rather than in like this? Because when we're stuck in that elbow sleeve, we're internally rotated and we're stuck in like this. So for a while, your body's gonna wanna stay like that. So we really wanna start opening this shoulder up. So this is just simply trying to open up the shoulder, open up your chest, and staying in that W as you flex up rather than, again, like trying to come in here. There's a difference, right? So 25 reps, right? So 25 reps on the wrist, 25 reps on the forearm, and 25 reps on the bicep and tricep. No weight at all. That's the first phase. Phase 2, like I said, now we're coming up on 4 weeks post-surgery, so we can now implement a very light dowel rod. So the first exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna stir the pot. We're gonna do 25 reps in one direction, okay? And we're really trying to move the shoulder, the wrist, and the hand as much range of motion as possible, 25 reps in the other direction. The next thing we're gonna do, exercise number 2, is we're gonna take that dowel rod and we're gonna work forearm wrist curl. So we're now doing 25 reps one direction. You can see I'm trying to move my shoulder with my wrist. This wrist I'm extending, this wrist I'm flexing, flex, extend, flex, extend, 25 reps. And then we go backwards, flex, extend the other direction. So that's the second phase. And the third exercise here, little bonus exercise, take the dowel rod and simply pronate and supinate to halfway. And you can, from here at neutral, you can make it a little bit more resistance. And now you can just work your way up from there. So 25 reps there. So you got exercise to work with. This is what we've been doing up until this point. We did our very first, very light tricep workout yesterday. So we're moving things along. We still got another couple more weeks until we're actually cleared for upper body training. So today, again, leg day. But I just wanted to show you guys what we're at this point, and keep following along, and we'll continue to share the journey. Thanks for watching, guys. Look at this breakfast right here. Delicious. Made French toast for us. You guys might, if you guys follow the channel, you probably already know we like our French toast. We got some bread from Cobb's Bread. Delicious, fresh bread. What kind of bread was it anyway?
Sourdough.
Sourdough bread. Lovely. So we did French toast, 4 pieces of sourdough, probably 25 grams of carbs each, 3 eggs-ish, berries, and then we've got 250 grams of sirloin, ground sirloin there. This stuff right here is sugar-free maple syrup. It's delicious. Steve's maple syrup. You can get it at Walmart, so it's wonderful. Put my salt on there, a little bit of salt, and then what's this that you got? This is the coconut whipped topping. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of nitrous oxide. There you go.
That's how
For the
they.
pump. For the pump. We're gonna have to put a little bit of that on there for the pump.
Shake it.
So that's a bulky breakfast right here. And it's a little late today. It's all good. Let's eat. First bite. Good beef. But what you've been waiting for? The French toast. Look at that. That bread, it's like a little bit chewy. Very good. All right, we're gonna eat. I'll see you guys in a bit. We're 6 weeks post-surgery now, and we're starting to get back into the heavier weights, heavier a little bit. So we're just slowly ramping up the intensity each week. And today we're doing shoulders with Eric, so let's get to it. Okay, well, that's it, guys. So the full journey, bicep tear to 6 weeks, now almost 7 weeks, back in the gym. You see where I'm at, back in the off season. I'm weighing around 290 pounds. You see my condition, and we're not gonna quit, guys. So I just wanna say, I thank you guys so much for all your support. I thank you for everyone who reached out, and I just appreciate it so much. And for everybody who was waiting for more videos to come back to the YouTube, we're here, and we're gonna start as soon as Alora is back from the Olympia. We're gonna start doing our vlogs again. Like I said, guys, feels good to be back in the gym. Feels good to be able to pose and do what I gotta do to become better each day. So basically what I want to say here, guys, is, again, just thank you so much for the support. If you want to continue supporting me, you can go to my link tree and you can see all my discount codes. You can save money on HD Muscle, Grindstone, Biolabs, all the products that I use, all the apparel that I wear. Go check it out. Code STRONG or code STRAND, depending on the company. But again, guys, thank you so much. And we will be seeing you guys very soon. The next one. Let's go, guys. The grind doesn't stop. Stay healthy, guys. Health is wealth, and it is so important. Be grateful for everything you have in your life, and always remember there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always a positive outcome from every obstacle that you face. Let's keep working, guys. Let's go.